And I want to welcome you all here on this very, very chilly day in November, pre-holiday, and our last demo center of the year. So just thank you for being here. Today our presentation is entitled OCR, ICU. What does OCR mean? OCR is an acronym for Optical Character Recognition, and it's there have been devices that have been doing this type of that have been performing this type of function for, I'd say probably going on 30 or 40 years now, right? The first one, and what is optical character recognition? Before I even move into the history, optical character recognition is basically a function that is performed on a piece of text. So a piece of technology takes a snapshot or a picture of text, and then it looks at the text and tries to find the letters in the text and make sense of them, and then read it back out to the person who is trying to distinguish what these things are. And the first OCR machine was called, I don't remember what it was called, but it was made by Kurzweil, the Kurzweil reading machine, I believe. And it was probably the size of, I think, a little bit bigger than the podium that is to my left, which, you know, for those of you who are familiar with the size of a podium, it's pretty tall, and was pretty wide, and it cost, I think, upwards of $30,000 or $40,000, right? So as we've moved on through the years, the technology got smaller and the software got easier and more affordable, and still not cheap. So before we go any further, yes, I realize today we might be talking about things that are going to be a little bit expensive or a lot expensive. I realize that. We're going to be talking about what they do, not how much they cost. I know that's a concern for all of us. I do, but that's not really what we're here to talk about today. So I just want to really focus on what these devices do. Yes, I do. It is working. I'm speaking into it, and I can hear myself on the mic. I'll try to speak louder. Sorry about that. So what these devices? So over the years, the software was introduced for computers, and you can do the scanning with a scanner that was attached to your computer. And as time went on, more devices were introduced, and now we're moving into the portable age. There's been a lot of portable devices that have been available for a number of years now, starting with something called the KNFB, well, not starting with, but the KNFB reader, which was available, I think, somewhere around 6 or 7 years ago on Nokia phones, and that cost about $1,600 or $1,700, right? And as we move through the time going into the further into the 21st century and coming closer to today, there are even more machines, and they're getting smaller and smaller, and some are not. One of the devices that I'll be showing today is not particularly small, but there's a reason I brought it here today.